Welcome to this advanced lesson, and I do definitely mean advanced with a capital A this time, on Mandolin, published by mandomike.com. We're going to be looking at a tune that didn't quite make the cut into a new PDF book that I released. The booklet is called Tunes from the British Isles. It's 25 tunes that suit the mandolin really well from the British Isles, and that is available over at mandomike.com. I've linked it below. For this free lesson though, I wanted to show you one of the tunes that didn't quite make it in. It sounded quite similar to another one, so I went with the other one because this is just ridiculously hard. So I thought I'd challenge you all, especially you advanced players, to play this. It's called Madame Neruda. It's a Scottish tune written by Scott Skinner, who also wrote the Banks Hornpipe, which is in the book. And I'm going to do two versions. First of all, we're going to do a slightly easier version, although I don't think you can call it an easier version, without triplets, and then we're going to do the actual version, the original Scott Skinner version for fiddle, which has more triplets than you will ever have seen in your life. So let's have a play through the A part. Let's just break it down into a couple of phrases. It's in E flat, so phrase number 1 sounds like this. And by the way, any tab for this, there's a free PDF download. If you click the link below, you can have all the tab in front of you. So this is in E flat, and it's kind of a hornpipe, so I'm giving it a bit of a hornpipe feel. So that's the first 2 bars. Let's just try that together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. And then the next 2 bars is where it gets interesting. It starts getting a bit cross-picky. So this is why I wanted to show you this. This is a great phrase to practice. So it's all, I'm doing a lot of this with my first finger moving up and down. So the first 4 notes is an E flat chord. Then it goes to an A flat chord. And then to an F chord. And then to a B flat chord. So if we just try that together nice and slow, this is bars 3 and 4. So 3, 4. What a crazy, crazy melody that is. Again, 3, 4. Might take a bit of practice that. And then the next 2 phrases is kind of a bit more of a back to the normal scale. So let's just try those together. This is bar 5 and 6. 3, 4. Not too bad. And then finally, to finish the A part. So it's E flat arpeggio, A flat arpeggio, and then a little double stop to finish. I'm just going to plough on because I want to get through all of this before we play it together. So the B part, this is where it gets a bit interesting. So the first phrase, let's do it in 2 bars. It sounds like this. So it's all cross-picking chords, arpeggios. So E flat, and then to B flat, and then C sharp, C minor, back to B flat. So let's try that together. 3, 4. Not so easy now, is it? And then carrying on. That's stolen from the A part. And then it repeats the first phrase again. What a crazy B part that is. So cool to play. So let's try the whole B part together. This might take you a lot of practice, and hopefully you can see what my fingers are doing. So it's a lot of kind of trying to stick to my first finger, doing this as much as possible, just because I find that's the easiest way of doing it. If you want to do it in your own way, I'm not going to stop you, because this is so hard. Whatever road leads you to Rome is good for me. So let's try the B part together, all of it, after 4. So about this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, it's time to try the whole tune. I've got the metronome set to 120 BPM, so it's going to be about this speed. About that speed. If that's too fast for now, don't forget you can use that cog down there to slow me down. So we're going to do 2 A's, 2 B's, and then we'll look at the really hard bit after this. So after 3, and 1, 2, 3. Again. B part. Again. Tune, if I do say so myself. I would love to have met Madame Neruda. I don't know what she did to have deserved such a difficult tune, but I'd love to know the story behind it. So we're going to look at the actual original version, because that is technically a simplified version. So when Scott Skinner wrote this for fiddle, he actually wrote all those arpeggios as triplets. So instead of... So I'm in bar 3 of the A part. Instead of... It was 1, 2, 3, da, da, da. So I guess the first thing we should do is get the right hand doing the right thing, and there's 2 ways you can do it. I'm just going to do it on open strings. So you can either play these triplets as though they're in 6/8, so down, up, down, 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 down, up. So if I was to do it over there, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So effectively you just go into a fast version of 6/8, or you can stick to going down, up, down, up, down, up. Just throwing my plectrum on the floor. You can stick to going down, up, down, up, down, up. Now I find the down, up, down, up, down, up quite hard in this circumstance. Normally when there's even numbers of triplets, you can do down, up, down, up, down, up, fine. But I find it really hard. So when I play this, I play the triplets as though they're in 6/8. Okay? Now, they're quick, so if we were to play that tune at the same speed, that's how quick our triplets have got to be. So, what's probably best is if you just pause this video and go through it and practice those triplets in your own time and come back, and then we'll do it again. I'm going to slow the metronome down slightly to give us a chance to play those, but it really is fun when you get it right. So we're now at 110 BPM, so it's about this speed, and then your triplets. Best of luck. This will be after 3. Here we go. You can do it. 1, 2, 3. And again. B part. And again. That is insanely hard, but think about what's going on there. You've got arpeggios, you've got your right hand really having to work hard. It's kind of so many good exercises all rolled into one. So even if you can't play it at that speed, don't worry about it. Even if you could just go and it would be so beneficial to your playing. I have written a workbook on right hand exercises like that over at mandomike.com if you'd like more. But thank you for downloading this lesson. I'm going to leave it there because this is now over to you to sit down and work through this, and do get in touch if you have any questions. It's a great tune called Madame Neruda. I hope you've enjoyed playing it, and I'll see you next month.